Hey everyone, Kaser, and welcome back to Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery. Well, after 3 weeks off, back to the main story, chapter 38. And I'm gonna go to the summary really quickly, just so we have a better understanding, everybody watching anyway, what we have to do. So it says here, you need to inform Corey and Merula about what is happening in Azkaban, but how are you going to juggle dealing with R and your upcoming newts? And what does Merula want to talk about? So that's what we're doing in chapter 38. Ah, Corey's there too. KC, I was wondering when you get here. And I'm wondering why you're even here, Hayden. Corey's here because we're discussing our Merula, which has nothing to do with her. Yes, it does. I'm the one who came up with the idea to ask you to be a double agent. Which I'm starting to regret. Both of you are supposed to be here. Please stop fighting. We have some more important things to be discussing. I want to talk about what I learned from Kazuhiro Shiratori at Azkaban. That's great, short and sweet. Let's get to this quest. So yeah, we're on chapter 38, and if you haven't watched the previous 2 chapters, please, I recommend that you do, because a lot of crazy stuff go down, and his upcoming dialogue is probably, in a second, going to be pretty big spoilers. So I'd recommend, like I said, watch the previous 2 chapters, 36 and 37. Rake pick? But you trapped her in the vault. She's supposed to rot in there. The minute she pulled her out not too long ago, I thought she may be useful like a SAR. Am I the only one concerned that R set on you joining them? It's like they're obsessed. And apparently, there's someone even higher in the rank than the dictator. Or, I guess I would still apply. Director. Whoever that is, had Rakepick afraid. They may be even more powerful than the director. Rakepick was afraid of the director too. It sounds like you respect that, Merula. I respect power. Something you wouldn't understand if it bit you on the nose, Hayden. You too. That change coming from you, Merula, considering you're a member of R. Oh really? You just wanted to investigate the director because you're obsessed with the stories of power. It's time to move on. This isn't one of your silly detective stories that you quote from to make yourself seem important. Corey? You didn't say anything. Did you agree with her? Merula made a good point. No, and I should have said something. You were both acting ridiculous. It's hard to really calm Merula down unless you're agreeing with her. And if you don't agree with her, then she goes off like a rocket. No, Corey, I don't agree with her. I should have said something. She was acting like your old self again. Mean and vicious. Thank you, Casey. I appreciate the reassurance. I need you two to stop antagonizing each other. We won't get anywhere if that's how our meetings are going to end up. I understand, Casey. It just feels like Merula's keeping something from us. I know that she's important because she's a double agent, but I have a bad feeling about all of this. Your bad feelings are just gonna have to wait, Corey. I gotta get to class. We'll talk later. So this seems like a very fillery chapter. Practice for newts. I think we had newts already, didn't we? In the game? Ooh, this is a fun magical song. What in the heck is that? Eggs? I told you Casey was going to be on time, Liz. Must have read my tea leaves wrong. You were trying to foretell if I was going to be late for class? We're practicing for the newt. Nothing personal, Casey. I don't know why any of you are bothering to practice. Divination is just phony science. I can't believe it's almost time for the newts. I can't like that screenshot, or that angle. Good day, class. Just as I saw in my mind's eye, so it has come to pass that you have all arrived safe and sound. As you have divined, today's class we will begin preparing for the nastily exhausting wizarding test. These exams are very important. They may help foretell what careers you will end up to pursue. Are there any questions about the newts? Now is the time to ask. Are they really nastily exhausting? What's going to be on the divination's test? How will we be practicing for the tests? How are we going to practice for the test, Professor Trelawney? A fine question, Mr. Casey, and one we will be exploring quite soon. But because you had the foresight to ask, I will say this. You will practice by practicing. I feel like that didn't answer my question at all. Yeah. Oh, tut tut tut, that's enough questions. It is time to expand your mind's eye through the practice of ovomancy. How am I supposed to focus on worried about my newts because of Professor Trelawney? Divination is the least of my worries. I'll be out, Talbot. Let's practice ovomancy. Which I'm sure I butchered horribly. I think I should try ovomancy one more time, just to be sure. How about I divide if you should be an aura or a healer? You're torn between the two, right? Ah, yes. Let's leave my fate and life after Hogwarts to an egg yolk. Go ahead, I suppose. Couldn't hurt anything. So they were eggs. Oh! Oopsie. I accidentally closed the game for a split second. Well, what has the great egg decided on? I'm practically on the edge of my seat. I can't really tell. It's a bit muddled. Then what do you think I should do, Casey? What career do I choose? Or healer, poet? I'm gonna say, and spoiler by the way if you don't know, he was with us with the St. Mungo stuff, right? So I'm gonna say a healer. I think you should be a healer. I was considering that, especially after being assigned to St. Mungo's. Yes, nailed it. Perhaps the best way to honor my parents' memory isn't through revenge, but by healing others. Being a healer is noble work, Talbot. If that's what you want to do, then you should pursue it. The deciding factor in your career, Talbot, is you. It doesn't matter what I or an egg yolk says. Thank you, Casey. I was feeling nervous before, but I feel better now. I appreciate you helping me with this. I'm glad I could help you out, Talbot. Attention, class. I've been observing your techniques, and I do believe I can foretell the future of your newts. For some of you, the answer is quite clear. And for others, it is quite uncertain. Oh, don't you look at me. Oh, she looked at me. That's bad. Because the stuff with R, saying I'm supposed to be leading them or something. Oh boy. I wish you all the best of luck in your upcoming newts. Well, that was informative. I should talk to Corey and Merula. I don't need an egg to tell me something bad is on the horizon. Good idea. After a couple hours, right? Nailed it again. So off we go to the lake house. To be alone. There she is. Are you alone? Yes, Merula, just like you asked. But you are sure no one is following you? Yes. What's going on? Why are you being so suspicious? I'm being cautious, Casey. Maybe we should try sometime. Merula, I swear that I'm alone and that I wasn't followed. I'll prove it to you. Alright, how am I going to do that? Alright, I get it. There's no one snooping on us. Good. Then can you tell me what this meeting is about? I want to be sure that Art can't get a hold of the next ingredient on the Dark Scroll. I want you to summon your brother so we can decipher what the next ingredient is. Good idea. That sounds suspicious. That is actually a pretty good idea. That's a good idea, Merula. If we know what the next ingredient is, we can watch out for R. I'm pleased you could see reason. More so than Hayden anyway. Besides, I'm surprised you even want to continue with the plan to stay one step ahead of R. Didn't you say we should move on? I only said it because I'm sick of Hayden and her childish meddling. Asking a question like that makes me think that you're starting to not trust me. But to suspect is what Hayden wants. What are you talking about? She doesn't have any other friends. She wants to manipulate all of your time. Listen, Merula, whatever's happening between you and Corey is getting out of hand. I'm starting to get worried. Forget Hayden. I just wanted to decipher the next riddle on the Dark Scroll. Well, you don't need my brother to do that. I know. Oh. Hi. How's it going? You're gonna share the next ingredient with her? You made a pact with Jacob. I did? Corey! Who cares about some pact? If we're all working together, then we shouldn't have any secrets. That shit's coming from you. You're an actual agent of R, and you tried to hide it. You listen to me, Merula Snide. I'm gonna find out what you're up to. What a drama queen. Look, Casey, we need to figure out what the next ingredient is on the scroll. That's all that matters. Maybe at the artifact room. We'll have some privacy there. How is that more privacy than going off school grounds to the lakeshore? Tell me, Merula. Alright, here we go. We shouldn't be interrupted here. I've already checked every corner of every unwanted guest and cast the imperturbable charm. You're really serious about this, aren't you? Yes, I don't want R to be ahead of us. Now, you said we did need Jacob to decipher the next ingredient. What did you mean? I know what the next riddle is. The legacy in 1 of 8, those that see all while lying in wait. 1 drop from a fang if you don't first hang. That's it. It's what Jacob managed to translate. Well, let's take one piece at a time, starting with the opening phrase. Got it. Let's see if we can figure out what the riddle is alluding to. I can figure it out. It's talking about fangs and hanging and... yeah, it's a vampire. It's, what's his name? The vampire at our school. What's his name? I don't know his name, I can't remember. Victor. 1 of 8 has to be referring to spiders. It is the only thing that makes sense. But spiders are hardly rare. How dangerous could one possibly be? Unless... What is it? Spit it out. I don't have all day. Alright, calm down. Acromantulas. Oh, hang and fang. That would be a spider too, wouldn't it? Getting the venom from their fangs is almost impossible. It is as good a guess as any, I suppose. We'll take this straight to the acromantulas then. That's a mad idea. That's a good idea. I want to go past some spiders. I want to go back to whatever we're doing now with newts. I want to get into the action. That's a good idea, Merula. Perhaps you can warn the acromantulas. Assuming they don't try to eat us, that is. Good to see your Gryffindor courage in action, Casey. Come on. We haven't got all the time in the world. I want you to join them, and we've got to stop them from whatever they're planning. Right, let's head to the Forbidden Forest and talk to the Acromantulas. Oh, we get to do it in this chapter? Please tell me we get to go. Oh, and more raiding around, blah. But it looks like we get to go there, so that's good. Alrighty, well, the 4 hours is up. Let's see how this goes. Find the Acromantulas. Been a while since we've been here. Not far from the spider's lair now. Then why are we stopping? We didn't exactly come up with a plan in the artifact room, Merula. Don't you think we should have come up with one before we confronted the Acromantulas? You mean we didn't? At the very least, we should go over what we know about the Acromantulas. Fine. If it'll stop you worrying, then we'll discuss the spiders. Oh great, so we're not actually going to get a chance to see the spiders, or maybe we will, but since this is the last quest in the chapter, it's going to be a cliffhanger, I guess. On the plus side, this was the only 8-hour quest, so I will take it. Did I hear something rustling? I assume it was the spiders. Or the wind. Alright, just so we're clear. When we get to the spider's lair, we'll look around for any signs of R. And if we have to talk to the Acromantulas, then you'll be the one to do it. I can always cast Arania Exami if things go south. Rakepick taught it to me. Rakepick, the traitorous murderer. That is one more thing that we've been through together that Hayden can't understand. I wish you'd open your eyes and see that she's trying to manipulate you. Oh! Corey? Merula is a liar. Defend Merula, question Corey. I don't know. I assume we're all still on the same page in terms of trying to get to the bottom of things. But then Corey doesn't trust Merula, Merula doesn't trust Corey. If I were to look at the evidence, obviously Merula is a little bit more suspect and Corey's been by my side more. But maybe Corey's with R. I don't know. I'm going to question Corey because she's been by my side the whole time. I want to see what she says. Yes, exactly. What are you talking about, Corey? Bunch of nonsense, no doubt. Probably trying to win your favor back. It's not nonsense, and I have proof. I've been doing some research. I know why Merula is so tight-lipped about the director. What? Would you just be quiet about the director? Your obsession with her is pathetic and misguided. And you're avoiding the topic, like you always do. But it doesn't matter if you want to discuss the director or not, because I know exactly who she is. Where did Merula go? She was in the screen. Now she's not there. She's... Langlock. Merula, what are you doing? Langlock. I tried to warn you both, but you wouldn't listen. Now you forced my hand. You'll be wide awake and will listen to what Kazuhiro Shirt Toy told you if you want to see Hayden again. R is done waiting. What the frick? So she turned on us. At least that's what it makes us believe. Or this is part of Merula's plan? I think I was foretold that I would be leading or be with R. Because I have no choice but to probably go after Merula now. And in the process, I'll probably have to be forced to be with R or something along the way. And then, yeah, I'll probably have to double cross my friends and all this stuff. It's gonna be a huge mess. On the plus side, no spiders, right? So that was a pretty darn insane ending, I gotta say. What do you think, though? Do you think what I said a second ago, does that seem somewhat plausible? As though it could probably go down? I couldn't see myself actually being part of R on purpose in terms of like wanting to be there. Again, being forced and having to do what they say may be a different story. Anyway, that was pretty nuts. We'll see what happens with that and where I go from here moving forward in Harry Potter, Hogwarts Metro. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye everybody.